Morning guys, it's June the 13th. I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. I'm just going to run through what we're looking for in the markets for today's trading session. Starting with Euro. So Euro somewhat fell off a cliff on Friday, as was expected. We thought we were looking for that trade back down to the 38, and we have gone straight through that. So we're all the way back at the 50 equivalently now, and potentially looking to go even lower. Now, the outer trend line in Euro is still not broken, so we have to assume that this could potentially bounce and go back up again. But certainly off yesterday's close, on Friday's close, I'm certainly not looking to buy this market at the moment. I think the next level down is 112.20, and you just got to look for it to first bounce off there, and then if it manages to get through there, 111.60. So I think there's a few trades there. You might get a bit of an impulse trade if you get that trend line broken. So we could just put that in. Let's put that one in. So the trend line's down, so we're getting back down towards the D. The D comes in at 111.60, so nicely at that level of support that we talked about through 112.20. So maybe you just get an initial bounce now. Maybe it holds here, runs straight onto the around 112.10, 112.20 and bounces, and then we go down and have a proper crack at 111.60, which I think is probably a more likely target at the moment for Euro, especially after Friday's strong selling leading into the close. So I like Euro down, and I think it probably will continue on. And as I said, 112.20 and then 111.60. Cable got a real thumping on Friday as well, just the same as the Euro, and we have now broken on the day the trend line. So that's a big trend line break now for cable. We could now see this trade significantly lower. We broke that. We've broken down. We have hit the D. So that's the only thing I'd say is that we are at the D. Let me just turn this off. 2 seconds. Why can't I get rid of that? Don't need this on anymore, but it won't let me take it off. 2 seconds, guys. Right, so we are at the D now in cable, so we overran pretty nicely. Let's have a look where exactly we are. So we've got the up fibs on, we don't need them on anymore. Turn those off, and then we can just put the down ones in. Okay, so yeah, we're at the D. We've pulled back already to 38, and we could now see this move continue on down. I've got 140.50 as my next level down, which is a good daily level of support as well. So if this market continues to sell off, then I think it gets down to there. This is a big old trendline break though, so just be wary that a retest is a really good opportunity to sell this, and I think that probably does give you your best entry. So we're looking back up towards this trend line up here, this diagonal blue line. I'll just change the colour of it just so you can see it a little better. So we put it in yellow. Yeah, so we're looking for potentially a retest of that. Big trend lines sometimes like to retest, or they have another selling day and then we go back and retest them. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. I think that pullback of cable, or we just continue on down. Certainly it was a rejection of the lows of Friday. As you can see, Euro was a lot weaker into the close, but we have this selling pressure does seem to be still on the downside. So I'm going to be looking for that as a short still. I think you get maybe just a rollover and it goes again, and 140.50 definitely around the target to be looking to take profit. Dollar yen just kind of again sat above that 106.20 level. Didn't want to close below there. I think the close below there will really open up the short side in dollar yen, but I just think it's at the moment we're just going to probably potentially close back above that again. It looks like it wants to go at the moment, but I think we probably bounce. I'm looking for a good bounce zone around 105.35 as the first bounce zone before we then hopefully close back above 106.20 and then potentially go higher. Other than that, if we do close below, I think then you get that easy move down to 105.30, and then if you manage to close below there, then the bottom side in dollar yen really is opened up. And what you could see is good yen strength across the board, and therefore we're looking for pound yen and euro yen as potential really good shorts. Dollar CAD, let's have a look at that one. Okay, dollar CAD held nicely as well, so we just held in dollar CAD. Let's have a look on the 60 minutes. Okay, so it's all broken. So this is now the downtrend is now broken. We are now going higher in dollar CAD. We have hit the D, so we've got to assume that we pull back here. So I'm looking for a pullback down to 127.70 before we then go higher. If we don't and we overrun, I think 128.30 is a really good first target, and I'll be looking for it to go no higher than that, especially on its first swing up. So dollar CAD, I think we either get a pullback to 127.70 or we look higher and we get that first move up to 128.30 before that continuation up. Aussie's just stalled a little. We did rally, but we have since bounced. Let's have a look at it on the day. So as the A is here. Just putting it into my daily fibs, guys. Hang on a sec. Okay, so we're back at the 38 now, and we've held nicely in Oz. So what I'm looking for now is that first sign of reversal. So we've gone lower. Let's have a look. Okay, and we have broken the trend line. Now that was probably in low volume, so how much impetus I'd give this move here. Now you can see it's only just broken out. 15. We'll do it on the hour instead. It's probably a bit more realistic. So the hour probably hasn't closed above. So this is the trend line I'm looking at. Finally decides to go in. So this is the trend line that we are looking to break, which, as you can see, we're just poking ahead through at the moment. But if we close below this, then again we've still got to look for the short side, because at the moment we've not proved anything, the fact that we want to go down yet. So one more thing we can do is let's put the fibs in, see how they get on. Okay, so yeah, we're at the D as well, which is nice, and we just potentially get that first push down to 173.50. Okay, I've got a level at 73.40, so that could be a really good rejection zone. So I'm just going to mark this out. I think this could be the zone where potentially if we're going to reject, we reject, and then we could see this rally. Well, we could see this market then break, and then we go higher again. So Aussie still looks good. I think that's still a good buy. As I said, off Friday selling, I couldn't sell that, but I couldn't buy that. Sorry, but certainly it looks like we could break the trend line and then go higher. The Kiwi, look at that one. The Kiwi's finally found a top, it seems, and we had a good down day on Friday. If we just put this out trend line in as well, what we're looking for is that first, we need to get down to 69.60 before that bounce, but this first area of rejection looks like it could be a really good buy zone. So Kiwi could hold here, and then we see it rally to 72.64. So again, you just got to be careful, and probably I think in the Aussie and Kiwi pairs, it looks like they just want to have an indecision day before potentially continuing. I don't see these reversing straight away, and I think that you could almost just get that flow through because of Friday's strong selling pressure. So maybe we do get down to 69.60 today. So Aussie and Kiwi both look like they could just continue on down, but if we do find that rejection, we're looking for this zone in Aussie, and then we're also looking potentially down here in Kiwi, or to hold here before that push up to the 127, which is the initial rejection zone. Okay guys, so it looks like Euro and Cable want to continue on. Dollar Yen looks like the strongest out of them all, so I'm looking for yen strength across the board really. Looks that way. Certainly if we close below those key levels that we talked about, then we are going to see a kick in of yen strength. So that's what I'm looking for the markets for today. I hope that's been useful. Click subscribe to never miss a video again, and I'll be back tomorrow with another market video. So happy trading today, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.